Previously on ApprenticeEh. Welcome to summer.
Corrado's getting his makeup done.
People do this to themselves. They're doing a 7-foot version of Jenga.
Whatever you hanging out with the family and dancing and acting like silly people because we can.
Good morning. Welcome to the most summariest of summery days. This is awesome. Couldn't be any more happy, any happier. Finally getting some sun on my extremely pale skin, which is nice. Chilling by the pools, and found the other pool. It's right there. It's a really cool water slide. And yeah, it's pretty good. I can get used to this.
What can you get away with on YouTube in terms of the copyright sphere?
Well, I think it's important to talk about like what could a lawyer make a hassle out of versus what can you get away with specifically on YouTube. With YouTube, 99% of the time, I think we're talking about music specifically. YouTubers wanting to put music in their videos, or there's music in the background, and there's rumors that if you use less than half of a song, or less than 30 seconds of a song, or if you put it in the description that you can use even 2 seconds of a song. No, you can't use anything you don't own. You can't use a millisecond of something that you don't own. And even there's a pretty famous case of Dr. Dre on his album used the THX sound. When you put in a movie, it's like he like put that in the background of a song, and he got sued and he lost. So you can't use 8 seconds, you can't use 1 second, you can't use anything.
Well, legally you can't. But my question is, what can you get away with?
On YouTube, you can get away with everything but music. And then with music, it's a big gray area. And there's a lot of music you can get away with, there's a lot of music that you can't. And I guess over the next hour, we'll probably talk about that a lot more in depth. Warner Music Group tried this website where people could come and sign up and listen to all of the artists on Warner Music, and it was a big flop, and they wasted all kinds of money doing it. And that's where Vivo came from. If you've ever wondered why it's like this artist Vivo, that artist Vivo, that was YouTube kind of getting into bed with a bunch of different major record labels as this joint venture to say, okay, we're going to find something that suits your guys' needs, so you're happy. YouTube doesn't 100% own it. We're all going to kind of, almost like a little bit of an alliance, and that's why Vivo is all over YouTube. But it's its own website and generates its own profit, and it's complicated. But Vivo made things way better. Vivo really helped a lot.
Yeah, that panel was actually pretty good. I actually learned a couple things, not from Corey, of course, but from the lawyers that were on there. Now I just figured I'd go for a walk outside because it's really nice and quiet. There's not a lot of screaming girls around. It's pretty funny because there's always the like crowd of girls that they're like by the pool area, and they're just like looking up into all the hotel rooms. And when someone goes to the edge on like the 20th floor or something, they all start screaming, trying to get his attention. But they scream very loudly, so it sucks when you're walking by and then suddenly that giant group of girls, that high pitch scream. And you're just like, well, I wasn't expecting that. All right, thanks. So sometimes you just need to walk where it's a little more quiet.
Welcome to the end of the country. It ends. There's water. That is the sea. Decided to pick a nice wet day to go to the beach because, why not? There's water there anyways, you might as well have water on you too. We wanted to do some fun things and go exploring, and we have someone with us who has never been to Holland before, so we're doing all the Dutch things. So we went to the Efteling, now we're at the beach. All the dunes have grass on it. It's called helmgras. And it has really long roots to keep the sand together. The dunes actually have a reason for being here. They're the protection against the water because all of Holland is below sea level. So the dunes are protected and you're not supposed to walk on them. There's like special areas that you can walk on them, but only you can't walk on them. And they have the grass on them to keep the sand where it's supposed to be. To all of the Canadians living in Ontario, this is a beach. It is made of sand, not stones and rocks and other weird things. It's currently Ep. I don't know what it is in English. English, ebb and flood. So the low water. So the water's there. This is technically the sandbank, and then normally when it's flood, high water, that also has water. So then you can you have to skip across the water to get to this area. This is the sandbank, which is just a tiny little raised area that you can find everywhere. And this is where you go collecting all the shells.
So, some of you may know me as Mika Kitty. I make video blogs on the internet. Don't wanna get by, they keep it inside. I like you. I have to sing la 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 la.
Okay, so to explain, my friend Tessa just did a show on the main stage, and I filmed it. She did one last year too, it was really good. She had a really sparkly dress on, and she looked great. And she sounded great too. Last year the sound didn't work as well, this year it was.
So we got these really neat golf carts set up to take us from one end of the complex to the other, which is quite convenient, quite nice, but chilly in the evening. We are just headed to the evening party, which is held by Full Screen and District Line, so it should be pretty good. Take us back to They send us backstage to prevent the crowds from merging, I suppose. And then from the backstage, just take us to the main area, which doesn't really save much, but then you have the parties are located over here. So this is the party. It's in the same place as last night, but it's a little bit different, and it looks like kind of what you've come to expect. With just really loud music, smoke, and a little bit of dancing. And Liam Dryden, and Danielle, and Gunnarolla. What's up? Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Different road, I'm in the Milky Way. You want me down on earth, but I am up in space. You're so damn hard to please. We gotta kill this switch.
Home is where the bar is.